Apple is going to change the display on iPhone 16 Pro Max, and this would be the first phone to come with such a display in 2024. Even we have the exact dimensions of iPhone 16 Pro and Pro Max, and it confirms a couple of new things. So stick till the end to find more, and for more updates, don't forget to subscribe. This is the actual difference between the iPhone 16 Pro Max and iPhone 15 Pro Max. The bezel size is greatly improved on 16 Pro Max, as Apple will going to use the new border reduction structure technology to reduce the bezels even further. We even have the numbers. According to the source, iPhone 16 Pro, the smaller version, will going to feature a 1.2mm bezels, and iPhone 16 Pro Max will have a 1.15mm bezels. Just for the context, iPhone 15 Pro bezels were 1.71mm and 14 Pro was at 2.15mm. Apparently, this would be a big change in the display of iPhone 16 Pro and Pro Max, but seems like base model iPhone 16 and 16 Plus will not see such updates, and maybe we will see the same 60Hz display, but it's not confirmed yet. Also, if you compare the bezels with the S24 Ultra, it is at 1.5mm. So Apple will be ahead in this game at least for a couple of months until we see the first glimpse of Galaxy S25 Ultra. The dimensions of iPhone 16 Pro and Pro Max is out. iPhone 16 Pro will going to feature a 149.6 into 71.45 into 8.25mm compared to 146.6 into 70.6 into 8.25mm. The weight is around 194 grams compared to 187 grams on iPhone 15 Pro Max. Slightly heavier, the iPhone 16 Pro will have a 163.02 into 77.58 into 8.26mm compared to its predecessor 159.9 into 76.7 into 8.25mm. And this thing is 4 grams heavier than the 15 Pro Max at 225 grams. Now upon seeing the dimensions, you can see the difference in size. Yes, the smaller version iPhone 16 Pro will feature a 6.3 inches display compared to 6.1 inches, and iPhone 16 Pro Max will going to feature a 6.9 inches display compared to 6.7 inches on iPhone 15 Pro Max. There's a clear difference in size between the 15 Pro models and 16 Pro models. Things didn't stop here. Apple is also going to increase the brightness levels on iPhone 16 Pro Max. With the addition of new displays, we are hoping to see 20% brightness improvement on 16 Pro Max, which is a big jump, but it is expected we may see a similar peak brightness as last year. These new displays are also power efficient by using the new OLED panels with the micro-lens technology. Apart from this, the camera change is confirmed from a different source, and he also claims big about the difference between the iPhone 16 Pro and 16 Pro Max main cameras. So the big update which is confirmed from this source is the new 48 megapixel ultra-wide sensor. This will going to improve the low-light imaging on iPhone 16 Pro and Pro Max. With the addition of new ultra-wide sensor, you might record a 4K spatial video from iPhone 16 Pro Max. Also, we might see a ProRes video feature with the ultra-wide sensor. Now, at first, we thought maybe we're going to see the same main camera sensor on 16 Pro and Pro Max, but no, we're not going to see the same camera setup. Instead, Apple is going to put a new 48 megapixel sensor in the iPhone 16 Pro Max, which is Sony IMX903. And on the smaller version, iPhone 16 Pro, we are going to see a Sony IMX803. Now, according to similar source, this year, Apple is going to add the 5x telephoto sensor in the smaller Pro version, which ends up giving us the 5x optical zoom and 25x digital zoom. So now you can go with the iPhone 16 Pro. But there's a bad news about the iPhone 16 Pro Max. First, it was expected we might see a new telephoto sensor on 16 Pro Max, which is super telephoto sensor and might have a 300mm focal length. But sad, we are going to see the same 5x telephoto sensor on iPhone 16 Pro Max with the same focal length. This means we're going to have a same telephoto sensor on a smaller version and max version of iPhone 16. Apple is going to fix one of the most important issues on iPhone 16 Pro Max. For the ones who already own iPhone 15 Pro Max, better know one main issue in this device when it was launched. Yes, the heating issues, and even a couple of people started returning their iPhone 15 Pro Max. The performance was extreme, but there is no solution to heating issues. Although later, Apple sorted out the issue with a software update. Now, not a lot of people noticed, but Apple is going to change the thermals on iPhone 16 Pro Max. They are going after a new thermal design for 16 Pro Max, which will combat overheating. Apple is said to be working on graphene thermal system for the iPhone 16 models, and the iPhone 16 Pro models may also include a metal barrier casing that will improve heat dissipation, at least a positive step towards the heating issues on iPhone 16 lineup. Apple is also going to add A18 on all models of iPhone 16, but according to rumors, they will call A18 and A18 Pro, where A18 will be used for iPhone 16 Plus and A18 Pro will be used for iPhone 16 Pro and Pro Max. Even the RAM options are upgraded only on base models, from 6 gigs to 8 gigs, but there is no update to Pro models, same 8 gigs this year. The charging update is also confirmed from one of the sources. Report from French media indicating Apple is changing internals on iPhone 16 Pro Max. The mock-up, or we should say dummies, were shared online with the MagSafe on the back. And by looking at the images, the MagSafe on iPhone 16 Pro Max is thinner compared to the iPhone 15 Pro Max. The reduction in thickness helps Apple to improve the wireless charging on iPhone 16 Pro Max. It will be more efficient and can provide faster charging speeds. Now, according to rumors, Apple is going to improve the wireless charging speed from 15 watt on 15 Pro Max to 20 watt on 16 Pro Max. While these rumors didn't confirm the wired charging, although according to previous confirmed sources, Apple is going to change the wired charging speed on iPhone 16 Pro Max. Expected speed is 40 watt on 16 Pro Max, quite low compared to Android phones but better compared to 15 Pro Max. There are a bunch of new updates coming, but these updates will have consequences. We are going to see a price hike on iPhone 16 Pro Max. Now, Apple is holding the price from last year, as Apple made a couple of changes in iPhone 15 Pro Max, including a new titanium frame and A17 Pro chipset. Still, Apple priced iPhone 15 Pro Max at $1,199. But this year, Apple will increase it, and I'm expecting a big jump. Now this year, Apple is going to add new cameras, which I'll explain in a moment, a new and bigger displays, the new A18 Pro chipset, and even the AI features will add up the cost of iPhone 16 Pro Max. Now, as a safe guess, at least we are going to see a $100 price hike on iPhone 16 Pro Max. Let me explain. Galaxy S24 Ultra this year was priced $100 more than the S23 Ultra, and Samsung is right now the biggest competitor of Apple in flagship devices, meaning Apple will also price increase on iPhone 16 Pro Max similar to S24 Ultra, which is at $1,299. So if you want to buy iPhone 16 Pro Max, you need to save $100 extra just in case if there's any price increase. As per tradition, Apple will launch its next generation Apple product in September. On this note, if you found value from this video, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. I'll see you next time. Till then, peace out.